What are we looking at today? We are looking at Construction Contracting Operations Management Level 6, the NVQ. And the title of this unit, Unit 14, is Evaluate Work Methods and Program Construction in Accordance... Evaluate Work Methods and Program Construction in Construction Operations. This unit has a credit value of 13, again, which makes it a middle range unit, quite a nice little unit. So in summary, what's this unit all about? This unit is about assessing project data, that's getting hold of it, and selecting work methods that meet technical project criteria. It's also about analysing the sequential programming of activities, confirming alterations, and developing a monitoring system for the works program. In this unit, if you're on the NVQ program, you will need to demonstrate how you assess the project data and obtain more information where required, and then identify, evaluate and select methods which meet technical project criteria and propose them to decision makers. That's very well if you're on the NVQ program, you'll need to evidence that. But some of our candidates are on learning programs. If you're one of those candidates that wishes to learn about this subject, then do take advantage of the audio podcasts associated with this introduction series. And in those audio podcasts, we will go through all of the learning outcomes of this unit and all of the assessment criteria. And therefore, you can access those audio podcasts and use them as exemplary learning material. Let's move back to the summary. If you're on the NVQ program, you'll also need to evidence how you analyse and quantify the selected methods for their activity, content, and review method statements to ensure that they are accurate and acceptable to the people involved. Now that could be the health and safety manager, and those doing the work, and those enforcing health and safety. Furthermore, you will evidence how you analyse the sequential programme of activities against external factors and resources to meet project requirements. It's all well and being having a works programme, but a works programme is often affected by external factors. Delivery restrictions, changes in weather, suppliers letting you down, many reasons. Anyway, moving on, you will also need to evidence how you ensure that programs and schedules of activities are consistent with the complexities of the project. Have you merged your project program with the activities and the specialist operations and organised and managed the time requirements and sequentially and consecutively arranged all the working activities? And finally, you will need to evidence how you confirm any alterations made to the works program and evidence how you develop a program monitoring system. It is a straightforward unit, but it's okay. Knowing the answers is easy. In a quiz, if you know the answers, then the questions are easy. If you don't know the answers, the questions are hard. In our guidance, we try to provide all of the answers. Typical unit evidence requirements: specifications, project data, work programs, drawings, method statements, emails, and meeting minutes. There are 4 learning outcomes in this unit. Number 1, be able to evaluate, review and select work methods. 2, understand how to evaluate, review and select work methods. Learning outcome number 3, be able to evaluate project program. And 4, understand how to evaluate a project program. An overview of this unit is as follows. This unit is formed in 2 parts. The first has to do with cross-referencing project information as part of the process for selecting the best working methods, taking all parts of the construction process and working environment into consideration. And the second, which is connected, is evaluating the required resources and placing and monitoring resources on a project program and monitoring that program. Now this is Unit 14 and I have written up some guidance for that as mentioned earlier, and I've got the scripts here that are in the podcast. Let me just have a quick look. I've got one of the learning criteria that are in the learning outcomes. And it reads, describe what to identify as the possible work methods against relevant technical and project criteria and select those which best meet the criteria. This is the type of information you'll get when you listen to the podcasts. First of all, it says describe, and always I give an explanation of what the word means, because there are various: describe, explain, examine, propose. This one says describe. So describe means recount, narrate, give a specific example, tell a story. Now what I've mentioned in the podcast for this particular learning outcome, or this assessment of criteria, all work methods are carried out in a location, high, low, underground, in a specific working environment, hot, cold, crowded, occupied, vacant, to a specific standard, to a specific program, using specific materials and plants to suit all tasks, occupations, work situations, and materials to be used. Therefore, work methods will vary to suit the working situation. Here comes the key guidance for answering this section. Single out a unique brief example of what you identified as the best work method to suit the relevant technical and project criteria. Single out a brief example from your working experience. Consider that guidance and in 6 or 7 lines write out a brief example. That's the sort of guidance you'll get in the podcasts.